Welcome back to some more EU4 with Daniel. Dan Has Fun. Hopefully you've been enjoying this series. It's mostly been just a case of constant war. Just pretty much constant battling. Hopefully it keeps it entertaining for you though. Let me know if you've been enjoying it. We're going to continue against Austria. Having said that, we have pretty much spent 90% of this war not really dealing with Austria whatsoever, and instead been dealing with pretty much everybody and everything else. And the Dutch are continuing to pester us with quite a large number of troops. So they're our priority to get out of the war next. Brittany's a pretty close second. But hopefully we'll be able to get them both out there sometime soon. We're sieging a couple of different provinces in the Netherlands right now. We're sieging the one place that Brittany seems to have with a fort on it. Austria is slowly sieging out our territory, but we're also returning the favour in Eastern Europe. And our stack has just sieged out Brussels. We still can't get over to Utrecht though because of Liège. That's going to be the next province that we go after. Hopefully we don't have our stack get intercepted in Brittany for the second time while trying to siege. That would be inconvenient. I imagine the Dutch stack must have gone down here to hide somewhere, which is fine. It's going to sit in place for a moment. Portugal will help us de-siege this, so where should we go next? Probably to protect our stack sieging in Brittany, I'm going to say. Had to think about it for a minute there. We'll deal with this annoying stack later. We only have a level 4 fort in Zagabria, so even if this gets sieged, we should get it de-sieged pretty quickly. There's the Brittany stack. 38,000 troops, so a significant number. But not enough to concern any of our groups over here when they combine together. Get Calabria starting to convert into Protestantism. Slowly getting our religious unity back up to something close to 100%. They did end up sieging out Bordeaux, but we kind of saw it coming, so that's why we moved our big stack over. But now we'll just put it back in Le Bourg. And we're going to very briefly put our stack back in Montpellier. Oh, sorry, I see Montpellier. Montpellier's over here. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm thinking about bottles of water. Who knows? But anyway, our stack's safe. I want to make sure we're still not at the point where you can leave your troops out at sea forever. There's a point where you stop getting attrition for doing that. We haven't gotten there yet. It's also probably worth coming over here to speed up the Dutch sieges. Completed the siege at Temesh. I should have paid more attention to where the Brittany stack is. I want to say British, but obviously that means something else. So how inconvenient of them that they have all similar sounding names. Sounding names. Getting all tongue-tied. I don't see any big stack. Oh, there's the Dutch stack. Speaking of which, we apparently just ran into a small group of their ships and wiped the lot. Yeah, there's the Dutch stack. I wish the British would come down here and take it out, but apparently we're not that lucky. Again, AI's not always that cooperative. And now we can just sit in place. Can't sit there forever, but we can sit there for a bit. And we can also use British territory to hide if we need to. So we're pretty close. It does speed up the sieging, though, enormously. This 0 may not look great, but it's a significant negative number because it's harder to siege out at the port, a port province, because it can get supplies through the sea route. Obviously, it can't if you're sieging it there and blockading it. Also, that British stack is getting really, really wrecked. We're not going to be able to get there in time, so we're just going to ignore it. Our harvest failure is unfortunate. Not that big a deal, though. Finally, we got the siege of Bruges done. I assume we can get over to Utrecht now? Yes, we can. Are we sieging? Yeah, it all counts as the same season. We can still leave our navy there. Portugal is up here at this stage, so I can move my 40k stack back to try and deal with this Dutch stack. Maybe we'll be able to pincer it in the middle, because the Portuguese units seem to be moving towards it. Whether that's intentional or not, we will see soon. Austria also has rebels. As Bosnian rebels, which, knowing my luck, the British are going to come down here and take out, but I would be very happy if they stayed here for the time being. Any disruption towards the enemy is going to be positive. Oh, yeah, there they go. They're taking the stack out. Okay, so we'll turn this back. Britain is starting to siege out Austria. Are there any small nations we can just pop? Nassau's one of them. They're 4,000 troops, and they're miles away. Might just catch that over here. Although I can get there. No, we'll come over here. Talking myself out of it. Need to negotiate with myself first. Can we please take out this siege? We're at 57% now. Please? Thank you. Now we can move our troops over here. They might complete this siege before we get there, but it doesn't matter because it's on grass. So even if they take it out, there's no penalty. Did our troops make it over here yet? Yes, they did. So we do have a stack sieging down in Africa. We still have 44,000 manpower, which, I mean, isn't a lot. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. Why does the AI always obsess with taking out another nation's rebels when you're at war with them? It makes no sense. I don't understand it. I get it if they were sieging out territory that you had already sieged, but that's not the case, so it just doesn't make sense. Can we get a stack wipe? It's a good lead. Oh, so actually it's their king. Frederick the Sixth. We didn't get a stat wipe, but we did take out a lot of cannons there. We do want to start coming over here, because we do not want the war goal to get de-sieged. What bonus are we getting from that right now? 6 war score. You can get up to 25 war score for having the war goal. So we have about a quarter of it, give or take. We don't really care if different nations don't give their siege land to us, because we're probably not prioritizing a lot of land over here. Finally, Iniesta has been sieged out. So once we deal with this Dutch stack, because I'm concerned we'll get black flagged. Okay, that's fine. We can start piecing Brittany out potentially now. Get down there next. Austria has low war enthusiasm, so they would be willing to peace out, but we only have 32 war score against them, so that's not a good idea. Two for peace. Okay, so at 81% war score with Brittany. However, you will notice the gap in their negotiation is way, way less than that because of an ally in the war. So if I get them to change religion, will that kick them out of the Holy Roman Empire? Yeah, it would. Who would replace them? If it's Austria, we don't want to do this. That's why I'm checking. Okay, it probably would be. So this is the one time we won't want to convert religion. And I'm going to have to remember that. Because if Austria becomes the Holy Roman Emperor, they're going to be a lot more dangerous. Lithuania is still feeding troops in through Poland. That's a stack wipe. I can't go into carpet siege mode yet, it's still too dangerous, but I can probably take a stack Augsburg. Put a stack there. How many troops are Austria still running with? They only have 15,000 troops. They're going to keep generating troops because they probably have a ton of money. But sooner rather than later, they are going to run out. Wow, that is a hell of a route to get to Overstreet. We are not doing that. Instead, we're going to go and siege out Aachen, another one province minor that's involved in this. With a couple of thousand troops that are just going to go... Sorry. You can see, we can peace out Liège. Take some war reparations. Pillaging them is pointless. Break their alliance with Austria. Just because we can. Take some money. We could have done a lot more than that, but it feels like bullying a toddler. So we're just not going to. Dutch troops are slowly coming back, but they don't have anything over here anymore. Any other one province miners? The Platinum we can probably siege out next, so let's go do that. Yeah, it'd be nice if the British would give me any of these claims. I'm not taking land here, but it's very selfish of them. Just rude. What do we have claims on anyway? So it's almost all down here. And obviously the area that we declared war over. We should probably be able to go for Oberkarten this time? Yeah, Austria's not regenerating troops at a particularly fast rate. But we should be okay to do that. I'll leave a stack nearby just in case. There's the Brittany stack. They're not big enough to do anything, so they're just sitting in place right now, pondering their options. Portugal's now coming in to give the Dutch the old slap down. Funny, the Dutch hate the Portuguese don't hate the Dutch, but the Portuguese are really neurotically coming to exterminate anything that's Dutch. Very, very kind of them. I don't see a Dutch stack down here whatsoever at this stage. And this siege is going to take an eternity. Yeah, it's a level 6 fort at sea. There's no way that I'm going to be able to get a blockade down here. Speaking of which, how's my navy doing right now? They are in stock supply range, so that's not too bad. But I wish they would hurry up a little bit. We're still taking an eternity. Yes, now we can probably siege out Brittany. They are slowly annoying one of my provinces. Yeah, we're at 99% war score now. How much money do you have that I can take? Not a huge amount. We're going to get you to give me some more money through war reparations. We could pillage their capital, but 7.8 aggressive expansion for 2 development doesn't really feel like a great idea. We're going to break their alliance with the Dutch. Don't care about their alliance with the French. And I could take provinces off them, but I'm not going to. So let's just do something to waste some more time. I guess I'm going to have to break their alliance with the French. But then Austria might jump. No, they couldn't jump on them. Yeah, I will break their alliance with the French then. Okay. I had to think about it because I don't want too many of their neighboring nations just eating them. Well, obviously, Gascony won't because they're our vassal. Provence might, but they're not very strong either. And Austria, hopefully, after this, won't be able to for a while. So I think that's an okay thing to do. Yeah, Austria doesn't even have enough troops here to try and de-siege Temesh. They're just sat there. We'll probably turn the speed up to 3 now. I didn't realize we're on speed 2 all last episode. Probably made the game perform better. Because yeah, when you zoom out and zoom in like that, it's probably looks a little laggy. Let's get level 21. Diplomatic tech, we had to pay slightly more, but again, I don't want to hit our ceiling. And we have so many Diplo points still, it'll be fine. Heidelberg has been sieged out. The Platinum is not literally a 1 province minor, but that's the only fort that they have, so that'll be fine. We might have to take a stack over to Lithuania, I guess. We can't get there. Why? We don't have military access with Poland, really? Strange. Do now. That won't cost us any more points because we already have an alliance with them. I can't believe we didn't have the ability to pass troops through. I'm just surprised. So now it's blocked by a hostile fort. Where is it? It'd be nice if it told you which one it was. I don't know which one it is. Because theoretically I could just walk all the way down here There's no forts here. No, there's something blocking me down here. What is it? Everywhere's blocked. Something doesn't feel right about what's happened here. I wonder if it's... Is it Aachen seriously blocking me on the way through? Really? Yeah, Berg's not at war with me. Maybe it's Nassau? Game. It just got confused for a minute there, I guess. I was going to say, there's no reason why we should be blocked. Weird. Also, Bohemia just declared war on Austria, which is good and bad. Who ended up in that war? Austria and Lithuania. I don't want them to batter Austria too aggressively. That wouldn't actually be good for us. Oh, just block that sneeze right on time. You nearly had a big sneeze in your ear, but I just avoided it. Oh, caught me by surprise, that one. Yeah, here are the Lithuanians' troops. Then I don't want to break all of Lithuania's troops because I'd rather they deal with Bohemia. And they still won't piece us out, eh? Even though they're in 2 wars. Interesting. Interesting and stupid. This does change the plan a little bit, though, because we're going to have to start sieging out provinces that we weren't going to before. Because otherwise Bohemia's going to get there and we won't be able to get a good war score against Austria. Still don't see a Dutch stack down in Africa, so we're still sieging that at a very, very lethargic pace. Yeah, there's Bohemia already here, which is terrible. Holstein wants open borders? Sure, absolutely. Yeah, we're not going to really siege out the capital, which gives you a bonus, which is a shame. So I guess our next thought is, other than this area, which has a gold province, by the way. We want to point that out. Where else do we want? Because theoretically, yeah, this is it's just a claim on these areas. It's not a core for our vassal. What do we want? Oh wow, like nobody wants to be in this war anymore. What type of war score do we have against the Dutch? 43%. It's not even that much. But we'll keep sieging them out. Yeah, we want to try and get as much war score against the Austrians as we can while we have the opportunity. Finally, Utrecht is sieged out. That means we're going to end up in a naval conflict. Their stack here is almost entirely transports, so we might be okay. So this should be an absolute wreck for them. They do have slightly more morale than we do, but we actually have more combat width. Oh, they escaped having only lost 1 transport, the lucky buggers. So we're going to go heal up. And then we will continue helping with our stack that's trying to siege over there. Okay, Portugal managed to get to Obd ends first, though. So at least Bohemia can't get there. Meanwhile, our 1 stack is very, very slowly going to Lithuania. I don't really want to wreck Lithuania, I just want them to get out of the war. Did anybody else join that war in the meantime? Nope. How many troops does Bohemia have? Enough. Enough to absolutely wreck Austria right now. Oberkarten is finally sieged out. Go sit in Steiermark. 49% war score, still not that great. Well, I can piece the plan out, though, at this point. We're not going to, just in case weird black flag rules apply. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, there's the British trying to get in on the action. They wanted to land on Amsterdam and force that navy to come out. That would be reasonably useful, so they probably won't do that. Yeah, this is where Bohemia's been going. We don't even have any forts in this area, do we? Nope. Okay. Oh, we'll have another one of the you can't move because of forts. There we go. It's when you're midway through a move, the game just poops the bed sometimes when it comes to fort blocking. Don't know why it does it, but it does. The mark has now been sat on. I can come over here. We've finally sieged out Gabu. Level 6. Why do they have so many level 6 forts in Africa? Usually AIs don't build really anything, and anything that could be remotely considered a colony. You can't technically build a colony in Africa, but anything that's overseas they usually really don't invest in at all, but apparently they did here. The planet does want to get pieced out now. Fine, we'll just hope we don't get weird black flags. We don't appear to have, so I'll take it. Oh, there's a Lithuanian stack of ships. They are galleys against my trade ships, but they still couldn't do anything. We also obtained a heavy ship, as it happens. Huh. Might keep it in that stack. Just as protection. And we finally have Vilnius siege. Now will you peace out? Yes. I don't even really want anything from you. I'm just going to take some money. I don't want to damage them too hard. I need something to help deal with Bohemia just absolutely landsliding over Austria. If they take the land over here, I don't really care, but I don't want them to take this, preferably. Let's have this stack come back. You're still healing a ship. One more ship, I think, needs healing. Aachen has finally been sieged out. Portugal sat on Nassau but doesn't have enough troops to complete the siege, so they're going to be there forever. And I don't really feel like going all the way around there, so we're just not going to. We're just going to retreat back. And you're now fully healed up, so let's go back in place. Do we want to lose diplomatic tradition for a boatload of money? Well, I don't want to lose stability, so I guess the answer to that question is yes by proxy. Losing stability is very annoying as a republic, because unless your tradition is 100, you're paying an arm and a leg to increase it. Like, look at that, plus 41% cost to increase my stability if I want to right now. Which sounds like a big no thank you. We'll take a stack down there just to start de-sieging that territory. Probably got pretty significant devastation, yeah, at this point, because it's just sat under Austrian control. Which doesn't make me happy. It does not make me happy at all. This siege should be nearly done, though. Hey, right on cue. And we're going to move over to Amsterdam to force this fleet to come out. They'll probably then retreat to go to Den Haag, and we can repeat and see if we can knock out their navy. Aachen wants to peace out. What religion are you? Okay, you're already the correct religion. I didn't mean to click decline, but whatevs. Whatevs. We'll do the exact same thing. Just take all your money and take it over the next 10 years. Thank you. Very kind of you. Okay, well, it looks like Bohemia's not going to be able to take too much land. Well, at least while we're at war, anyway. And there's no way I could get all the way up to Vienna. I would love that, but that's just not realistic. We should probably take this stack, though, and finally get these rebels siege out of the way. Oh, the British Navy disappeared. Nice of them, wasn't it? Start bringing our African stack back now. I have no thoughts about carpet sieging this out because I don't want this land. It's just too hard to deal with. Too far away. We sunk the Dutch flagship, so we've sunk another flagship. You'd love to see that. The damaged ships go into port. I know I can heal on the coast, but it's too dangerous to leave the ships exposed, so I don't want to do that. Oh, wow. 19 gold a month to convert this province. Well, we'll get it out of the way. I mean, we're still making some fairly good bank. 82% war score. What's our war score against everybody individually? So against Austria, okay, it's already 99. I'm just going to wait so we can hit their navy again before I piece the Dutch out, because this will slow them down a bit. And you guys are fully healed again. Guess nobody really took any huge damage. And this is going to happen again now. Our stack can start to run back. Go over here. That's finally sieged out. Let's start getting that desieged. Are Poland involved in any of these wars? No, they're just sitting out politely in the middle. Good for them. just being patient. We captured 4 ships, apparently. Did we get them, or did the British get them? No, we got them. Clearly, I don't want transport ships in this fleet, but... fine. We're going to retreat back anyway. Now that we've done what we need to do, we'll go sit in Corsica for the time being. And that stack's already leaving. We can probably piece the Dutch out now. I don't need to keep blasting them further. We definitely want war reparations on them, though, because they'll be making money hand over fist. As you can tell by the fact that we can get 1810, and we get, what, just under 2/3 of it. So we want to do that. I can't take any cores off them. I don't want any of their provinces up here because they'll just be unmanageable. We could break nations apart if we really wanted to. Like, if we really wanted to, we could break apart. But what benefit does that really give us? It means we have to spend money to make that happen. We could also pretty much just break their entire African holdings apart if we really wanted to, and have an independent Fulo. But I'm not convinced that's hugely beneficial either. No, I don't think breaking land off them's the way to go. We're just going to make sure that they can't be allied to anybody that's particularly dangerous. They're allied to France. Huh. I guess we'll break that. There's nothing else I really can do to them, though, but I want to have a really long truce timer, so I guess we are releasing a nation. I guess we're releasing Friesland, because that's the cheapest one. They don't even like me that much either. They will have a guaranteed protect from us, which is another reason why I didn't want to do anything down here, because I'm sure the British would like to have that. They're probably a bit less inclined for that land, if I was to take a guess. Oh, yeah, they actually want northern France right now. Interesting. They are pretty much only interested in France and nothing else. Anyway, I'm not worried about having to protect these guys. I don't think we'll have anything really to worry about. So in terms of nations left, we've got Augsburg, Nassau, and Austria. We still have 76% war score. If I move this stat back now as well. We're sieging out Augsburg as we speak. Portugal is sieging out Nassau, but they're going to take forever to do so, so I highly doubt we're going to wait until that's done. We'll probably just siege Augsburg and then call it a day. Can we get it on this tick? Survey says... no! Of course not. We'll have a stack over here too. Let's get that down in southern Italy in case we do have rebels, because we still have provincial unrest, just not absolutely tons. And Cagliari's the highest by a mile because I'm converting the religion in it right now. At great expense. It's very, very expensive. We're having to bribe them with the finest of Bibles, which makes really no sense given we're the Protestant side. So maybe we're just employing lots of naggy people. Desiege that. 1,000 troops in Augsburg, not interested. Portugal will deal with it. That works for me. Oh, Somalia is ruining our trade. They've got the pirates out there. Very rude. Please siege out Augsburg. 57%? Can we do it? Yeah, we did it. I'm not even going to piece them out individually. I don't need to. It gives me more war score to not piece them out individually. We can get a ton of money off them as well. And war reparations. They might even, if they go bankrupt, their troop quality just falls off a cliff. So that would be pretty nifty if it happened. It's quite hard to get a Central European nation to go bankrupt because the money's so good. But we'll see. I have a claim on that. What state is this in? One I don't have anything in. Okay, so I'm not that interested. Same there, same here. Wow, previous Daniel was really good at making sure he had all the states that he wanted. But hypothetically, if I took this... 32 war-based aggressive expansion. Does this change anything? No, not really. Again, we could force them to release a nation, but then I'd have to protect them as well. And the concern would be, for some of them, what religion would they form? Because Burgundy almost certainly would be Catholic. If I could have Burgundy as a vassal, that would be sweet. But I think they'd be too big. And they'd be the wrong religion, so they would hate me. Having said that, they would have no aggressive expansion against me, so they might hypothetically ally with me. Does this make me the good guy if I do this? Sure, I don't need to do this, but I'm going to do it just to be a nice guy. So we're going to release these guys independently. Yeah, they still don't like us very much. And they are Catholic. They would ally us. But I'm not convinced, based on the fact that they're Catholic, if that's a great idea. We'll probably end up at war with them. But it means Austria now is majorly fragmented. So we have a piece of Austria, a province of Austria, a piece of Austria down here. So we have 3 pieces there. We have a 4th one here. Then we have Austria proper. That's going to make it a lot harder for them. That's exactly what we want. It is funny that Bavaria still exists. Usually Bavaria just gets whomped, like, immediately. And Austria's warning Bavaria, but Bavaria could totally declare war on Austria right now and win if they wanted to. Which I would be okay with if they did. Mission fulfilled. So we've redeemed Tirolo, because we have that area. So we get 20 years of better infantry combat ability. If we then go out and humiliate Austria by apparently we have to humiliate them by just getting rid of them? Yeah, so one of the following must be true. Either Austria does not exist, Austria is a subject of Italy. So to humiliate them, we pretty much just have to get rid of them? That's a weird version of humiliation, but okay. Sure. I guess we'll fire this straight away because otherwise I'll forget to do it. Not that we're at war right now, but it's fine. And wow, the core cost is tiny. again, they're not a huge amount of development. However, Gold Province. You love to see those. And I guess we should put a stack here just to make sure we don't have things come out of control. Not a high supply limit here. So, do we have a smaller stack? 25k stack is perfect. Let's have you go there. And then we can have this stack come over here. So we'll probably end up having to do a little bit of a reshuffle here. 4,000 troops that are naval transport. Get you to come over like that. We'll have the 54 join up. What does our military force limit? Oh, we're miles over our naval force limit. I don't like scuttling ships, and I don't think any of our allies will probably buy any ships. Yeah, I highly doubt it. We also have virtually no manpower at this point, so we might want to sit on our hands. Just a little bit. Not too long, but just for a little bit. But yes, this has really broken Austria into many component parts. We will see how much land Bohemia takes off Austria. I don't know how much they're going to take, truth be told. And if we look at Bohemia's interests, it's basically just everything adjacent to them. So it's not like there's a specific part of any nation that they want. They just want things close to them. They might just take something like this, for example, which, again, not ideal, but we don't care too much right now. We'll have a look at it next episode and see what they do. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care now. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching the video, and if you'd like to see more, feel free to stick around.